I am going to have to dub in the clunk. And the reason being is if I clunk my coffee cup down, this is going to fall apart. So here we go. Good morning and welcome to Winnipeg. Okay, yeah, this is just very precariously all just sort of stood together here. That's just for the fun of it. Let's see if it falls apart like I thought it would. Yeah, nothing much holding it together here, and we're gonna have a bit of a rollback to show how we got to that place. Let's go through the usual preliminaries. When I checked the weather last night, they said it was supposed to be sunshiny this morning. At least that's what I got out of it. But boy, that sky up there, it looks like more snow. I haven't checked the weather this morning yet. Minus 6.4 at the moment. And 20 minutes ago, pretty much exactly 20 minutes ago, I happened to look at my monitor and I saw the walkers go by. Now, they weren't walking very fast and they were bundled up pretty good. But they did come by. Yeah, it seems rain, shine, snowstorms. Anyway. Oh. There. Yeah, I love this cup. I love this cup. Actually, I love them all in their own way. Each one is represents something special. Okay, I would assume that Missy the dog is going to come by. I think she will because she has to go out. She can't stay in all day, so she has to come out. So anyway, we got that. We got the weather. We got the temperature. We got the walkers. I think we're just about ready to roll back and see how it is that we got to this place. Yeah, this is all just, like I say, it's just very precariously fitting together here. Now this other module that we did yesterday, it's all in one piece. Oh, and you wouldn't believe the comments I was getting about these two little positioning things that were in the front right here. I saw it. I didn't know about that, and I was trying to work them up and down. And I know one way to do it is if you put it in like this and then wedge it in that way, it can kind of go. But I was just having way too much trouble getting all four of these tongues in place at the same time. Actually, six, because there's a tongue here and a tongue here. So. Trust me, the slots were way too small for the tongues. That's the problem. And you'll see, I ran into the same thing when I was doing this. Let's roll back and see how it is I got to where I am right now. Okay, so here's what's happened. I have removed the little clamps that we put on in yesterday's episode. The glue is probably about as strong as it's going to get. And then I went and one of the many things I did was I checked my comments, and one of the viewers had mentioned, why don't you try these parts to make sure they're going to fit. Now I can honestly say that when I was working with this yesterday, or earlier today I guess, I had actually thought about doing that. But I really appreciate the comment because it sort of got me here at the model table this evening and actually trying it. And what I did was I perused ahead and I found out where do these actually go. I was pretty sure I already knew. But as it turns out, we have to build another thing similar to this that goes right here. Now, what I did was I cut these parts off and I cleaned them up. And you can see the positioning slots here, and we've got the tongues right here. Well, none of them would fit. And I really tried. I thought I was going to maybe break something. I don't know what happened. I've been bragging about how good Trumpeter is about making their parts fit, but it seems that something went wrong in their computer system or whatever. Anyway, what I did was I took all 6 of these tongues down. I thinned them out and I shortened the length, but not so much that that when we put the part in place, it's going to be in the wrong place. So when we put these in like this, they go nice and easy now. And I think I could probably almost go ahead and just assemble this, even though it doesn't call for it to be assembled for quite a while. But at least now we can put the parts in place, and they're going to go nice and easy. They're quite a loose fit, so they're going to go nice and easy even after they're painted. Let's see if I can get this here. Yeah. Okay. No, I don't think it's a good idea to stick this on yet, because I got a feeling that this might be going against something else. There's more positioning slots here that obviously something's going to go on. Okay. Another thing I thought maybe I'd do this evening is I just take maybe the numbers. I think we painted these things here with a 66. So I could just delicately brush these 50 caliber. I think I might have called them 50 millimeter guns in the last episode, but I'm not sure. But I meant to say, if I did, I meant to say 50 caliber. Okay, yeah, I just might go ahead and do that, and then they're done. And then this stuff here. Now this is clearly a deck, and if the decking when it's looked at from above is what was it, the number 50 we were going to use? It might be a good idea to paint this 50 now, but the side, it should be what was it, 82? All the sides are this color right here. I think it was 82. Would it have been a better idea, maybe? What would be the best way to go on this? I'm just trying to decide. Would it be better to paint the 82 after? What would be the easiest to mask off? I think that the deck would be the easiest thing to mask off. So that would mean that we paint the deck first, mask it off, and then we could spray the side with the 82. I'm just sort of thinking out loud here. Yeah, it's much easier to mask off this flat area here, at least for me. Okay, so that's what I did here this evening. Let's stick on the macro lens just for the fun of it, and we'll paint those guns. Now, once I put the macro lens on, you're not going to be able to see what's going on here, and I just wanted to show you. I rigged up a bit of a jig here. The idea being is that I can take our little gun and I can lay it in here and rotate it, and if I'm careful, I'll be able to keep it always in perfect focus for the macro lens, because the macro lens, you just go a few millimeters one way or the other, and it's either in or out of focus, or completely out of the scene altogether. So that's what this is all about. Yeah, I have fun doing stuff like that. Okay, I think this is going to work. I'm going to use this brush right here. It's fairly soft, kind of splayed out in places, but the paint I'm going to be using is a thinned out version of the 77. So let me get a better grip on this thing here. Actually, I gotta try and position it better in the alligator clip. Okay, I think that's going to work. And we'll get a little sample of paint on the brush here. Now this is thinned out, so it's probably, I might look like I'm putting too much on, but I think that once it dries, it's going to look okay. Get some more here. And as I said, it looks like I'm putting a lot on, and I guess in a way I am kind of flooding it on, aren't I? Maybe it's too thin. Maybe I should use the unthinned. Oh, at arm's length, it's gonna look okay. Okay, and stick this in the foam block beside the propellers. And gun number 2. Maybe I'll have a little bit more on my brush this time, see what happens. Make one a little easier. I don't need to do the positioning pin, I just want to make sure the base is covered, which we're probably not going to see anyway. Looks a little thin there on the side. I'm just trying to sample a tiny little bit, but it's kind of hard to sample just a tiny little bit. Oh my goodness, Ron! Well, that will dry, you know. I know you don't think it will. We'll look at it nice and close tomorrow, and you'll see that has dried and shrunk wrapped around all the detail. Yeah. Okay. I think I've got it. In fact, I've got it. Okay, in the rollback you will recall having heard me say that we'll put the macro lens on and have a look at these pieces here and just see how they've come out now since it's about 13 hours ago we painted them up. And I don't know which one it was that got smothered the worst, but we're just going to nip it off just at the bottom of the positioning peg here. Now I don't think this is going to go flying off, but here we just put it down in the tin there. And here is the other one, if I can hold it still. Okay, just turn it so that you can see. And like I say, I don't know which one of these it was that was the one that got flooded the worst, but that to me a XF paint is just wonderful at shrink wrapping around detail. At least I think it is. There we go. Good morning. So, Missy, how come you weren't out there with your shovel helping?
I lost my shovel. Okay, I confess, I ate it.
You ate your shovel. Well, that I believe. Okay, now hang on here. Let me get my...
The shovel is okay. Come on, miss. Come on. No, can't. Oh, I'm torn between wanting to do it and Uncle Ron's about to sit down.
Uncle Ron is slow this morning.
Oh.
Okay, we're ready for you.
Oh, she had a wonderful time. We were by Cassie's and an ambulance went by. She howled a long time. We got out the Pioneer Trail. And another one passed right in front of us. Oh, and she sat down and she howled. She howled so loud for a second I couldn't hear the ambulance.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah. A great time was had by all. We saw early, he's shoveling his neighbor. They're in Florida. I told him I hated them, whoever they were. I said, imagine walking on a sandy beach by the ocean. He says, yes, they picked the right week to go.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And I was looking at this. There's a couple of Bjorn signs on driveways indicating that it's the Bjorn company that comes and shovels. And they shovel a day before these guys, so these guys are nice, but I think they're having trouble finding guys to work, you know, and they're slow, so I'll probably switch over to Bjorn next year. And I noticed Bjorn came, it was probably one pickup truck, one man. It is obviously cut with a snowblower, you know, zip, 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 very little effort. Super job.
But
These guys out here are just killing themselves.
This Bjorn outfit, does he live just down the street himself, or?
No, they have those white signs, Bjorn.com, indicating not only where the driveway is, but it's an advertisement for their company.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, like southeastern Winnipeg only got 2 centimeters of snow, yeah.
Thank you for coming, Missy. Thank you for coming. We'll see you later, okay?
I'm glad they came. That means I don't have to go do the cat, and I don't have to go and do some other errand.
She's waiting.
You think she's ready to go?
I think she's ready to
Nose
go.
on the door and the tail is wagging.
She says if I could reach that handle with my paw, I'd do it.
She wants to get out there and bark at somebody.
I think they're gone, aren't they?
Ah, yeah, I came back and I asked them to shovel on the passenger side of Randy's car.
Oh, good. There'll be less shoveling for me to do later.
That's a pretty good job. The snow is packed, and got really heavy. Oh, you could have blown it away with a leaf blower on the first day.
Well, that's the way it goes. Winter peg.
Winter pay. Not murder pay, winter pay.
Okay.
Well, I'll have to take a shovel and do on that driver's side of my car. Yeah.
Bye, Missy.
Goodbye, Uncle Ron. Where's Uncle Ron? Can you smell those guys, Messy? They shouldn't have been here, eh? Thanks a lot, Ron.
We'll see you later.
Gotta get some sunshine.
Good. Gonna get some sunshine. Well, I noticed the hump on the camel here is moving back. This thing's sliding like some kind of a glacier. That's all right. We can just slide right off as far as I'm concerned. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay. Now, about this railing. Yeah. Is it going to be gray or is it going to be black? Okay, using the holder downer as a pointer here. I'm trying to determine, are the railings black or are they gray? Nowhere on the color callout can I find it being indicated as to what color they're supposed to be painted. Because we're kind of at that place right now, because if I'm going to do them, dark, like the 77, or maybe even black, they should be painted while they're still on the fret. But I'm sort of leaning towards painting them the ocean gray, which is what the rest of the hull is here. So, I think I'm just gonna glue them down in place and spray everything. Railing, and okay. Now these two railings that we have to deal with, this one and this one, are number 5 and number 9. According to the manual, number 5 is supposed to go with this part right here. If we take this part and put it on here, you can see the stanchion does not come at right here where you would think the bend should be. There should be a stanchion there, you would think. No, it doesn't make it that way. However, if we were to turn it around, this is the first time I'm trying this, so I think it might make it now. Not quite. It's still not right. Stanchion is not in the right place. Because I would think that this stanchion here should be right on the very end, and then this one should be here, but it's not. That surprised me. I thought for sure it was going to be, well, it seems to be better this way than the other way. So and there is only the two ways it can go. Flipping the railing over, like you would think that if the numbers are this way up here, then that would mean that this would be the top rail and this would be the bottom rail. But to me, they look identical, and the center rail appears to be in the dead center. Well, let's nip them off. I think maybe what I could do is check and put the one over top of the other and see if these two are identical. Well, let's get them nipped off here. Okay, I got all the tabs on the ends of the rail and the bottom of the rail. I just have to get the ones on the top of each rail now. Now, they're a little bit hard for some reason. There we go, got that one. As long as we're over here, may as well get this one. For some reason I'm having trouble seeing this. There we go. Got it. Pretty sure I got it. It didn't pop, but now, unless I miss something, this should lift off. We go real easy here. Go very slowly and watch for kinking. These railings seem to be, can you see what I'm seeing? Right here there is bending marks. Well, yeah. Well, I went and pulled this out now. Yeah, there's bending marks there. Right there where the edge of the blade is. Okay, yeah, that's where it would have been. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and get the other one now. Get this out of here. I suppose I could do it on camera. Very slowly now, very slowly. Now the bending marks on this one are in a different place. They're not in the same place. So that must mean that other plastic part is slightly different. Yeah. Let's see if we can lay these side by side very carefully here. Okay, I think the bending marks are on this side somewhere. Why can't I see them? Did I lose them? Okay, there they are on this one. Maybe I thought I needed to turn this over, but I didn't need to. And yeah, you can see that they're in it. I don't know if you can actually see that. Just let me check the monitor. I should put the macro lens on. Okay, before we put the macro lens on and check the photo etch, let's just check our plastic parts here. I'm using this stick so I get both flush. Yeah, you can clearly see that the point does not come in the same place. Okay, maybe I'm beating this to death. Okay, that's what it is. The bending points on these rails line up better with this point right here, and the bending points on these rails line up better with this one. Like I said, I'm beating this to death. Now I know I could use Andy's photo etch bender here for this, but I think I'll just use the Tamiya bending plier. If I can pick this up very carefully here. And maybe the photo Andy's bender would be a little safer. If I could just get this in here just where the bending marks are. And we're just going to put a slight bend on it here now. Okay, there, that's it. Now they should bend quite easily right there. We don't have to bend it very much. There. I think that probably will do it. Let's try it here. At your angle, you're probably not going to be able to see. But looking straight down here, you know, that's pretty much dead on. That was lucky. Okay, so I'm going to do the other one the same way. All being well. Okay, now we're going to want it to bend the other way. Well, I guess not really. It doesn't really make any difference. Okay, this one I might have bent it a little bit too much. Yeah, I did. Well, that's okay. That will very easily straighten. I could use the other bending plier to straighten it, maybe. That's pretty close. Now, I'll bet you some of you have already thought of the problem I've got here right now. And that is that once I glue this railing down, it's going to make it really difficult to mask off the deck. Yeah, I have to think about that. Well, what do we got here time-wise? Okay, you can't see the clock, but it's 6 minutes after 1 in the afternoon. There's other stuff I want to do here today. I'm going to call it quits, folks. So thank you for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.